Hey, welcome! Today we're going to jump right into one of the biggest hurdles for professionals. Not just speaking English, but speaking it with real, authentic confidence. You know, the kind that gets people to listen. Let's kick things off with a super common example.
Okay, take a look at this. On the left, we've got, I am having fear to speak English. Now, you get what the person means, right? But it just sounds a little off. It's not quite how a native speaker would say it. Now look at the right. I feel nervous speaking English. See? So much clearer, more direct, and it just flows. It sounds instantly more professional. This tiny little shift is exactly what we're going to master today.
So where do these kinds of slightly awkward phrases even come from? Well, it almost always boils down to one single habit. Let's get right to the root of these common mistakes. And here it is. The number one mistake, hands down, is translating directly from your native language into English. I mean, think about it. Every language has its own unique structure, its own rhythm. When you translate word for word, you're trying to force one language's rules onto another, and, well, that's where things get messy. This is such a perfect example of that translation trap. I didn't went there yesterday. We hear this a lot, and it happens because the speaker is trying to show past tense 2 times. But in English, that little word did already does all the heavy lifting. It makes the whole sentence past tense. So the main verb, go, gets to just relax in its simple form. Fixing this one thing is a huge leap towards sounding more fluent and professional.
All right, so if we shouldn't translate, what's the alternative? What are we supposed to do? This is where we make a really crucial shift in our whole approach. It's not about memorizing more rules. It's about adopting a brand new mindset.
Here's the secret sauce right here. The solution is to think in simple English sentences from the very beginning. So instead of building a big, complex idea in your native language and then trying to translate it, just start building the thought directly in English. Even if you start with short, basic sentences, they're going to be grammatically correct and sound so much more natural.
And you have to remember this, especially in a business setting, clarity is king. The goal is to be understood quickly and efficiently. Simple, clear sentences actually project confidence and show respect for other people's time. So yeah, in the professional world, simple is professional.
This brings us to our next point, which is, honestly, probably the most powerful tool you have in your arsenal. It's a mental switch that can change absolutely everything about how you communicate.
Let that just sink in for a moment. Confidence matters more than perfection. You know, the fear of making a mistake is often a way bigger obstacle than the mistake itself. When you speak with confidence, people focus on your message, not your grammar. A tiny error delivered confidently is so much more effective than a perfect sentence spoken with hesitation.
So, how do we put all this together into a real, practical plan? Let's distill it all down to your key professional takeaway, a simple habit you can literally start today. Here's your daily habit. It's a 2-step plan. First, you've got to actively practice thinking and speaking in simple English sentences. You could just narrate what you're doing, like, I am writing an email. Simple. Second, you have to constantly remind yourself this isn't beginner English. This is how effective professionals speak, with clarity and with confidence. So, to get you started right now, here's a little challenge for you. Don't try to think of something complicated. What is one simple, clear sentence in English that you can practice today? Maybe it's just, I will finish this report, or let's schedule a meeting. The act of just choosing one, that's your first step. And there you have it. The path to professional English confidence isn't about learning more words. It's about changing your entire approach. For more tips just like this, make sure to follow ThinkInSimple. Remember to learn smart and always think simple.